Hello friends! In today's video, we are getting started with the Thrifting for Gifting series. It is the most wonderful time of the year, and I want to share with you thrifted gift ideas that people will love. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be thrifting for books and baskets. We're going to create the book baskets like we made last year. They were a big hit, so I'm going to do it again. And as you can see, the selection is vast. Look at all these options. Getting distracted by all the other things. Check out this duffel bag. $3. That would be a really nice gift with some maybe supplies in it, sports supplies. Okay, we're getting off track. Back to the books. When you're beginning the search for this gift idea, the best place to start is with books that you know and love. Because our goal with this idea is to put the book in the basket and then fill the basket with items that relate to the story. We're getting started in the fiction section. I'm looking for classics or any other books that I enjoy that I might want to share with someone else. You can't go wrong with the classics. Bonus points if it's a hardcover. This version of The Great Gatsby is so beautiful. I love that blue. And tying in things, we could go with anything that brings in that roaring 20s. The Secret Life of Bees is another wonderful story. How beautiful is this cover? We could add in some honey or other kitchen items that go along with honey. It's a really fun process once you get started. You can be very broad in the items you think to gather for the basket, or you could get really detailed. This book was a very fun read. The main character was an old Hollywood actress, so we could include things like makeup, perfume, or jewelry, anything that brings that old Hollywood feel. And if you're not a big reader, don't worry, I got you. We are going to look at other books that have nothing to do with knowing the story. We have a book all about herb gardening and the things that you can make with those herbs. Imagine a beautiful basket filled with herbs or seeds and things that can go along with herb gardening. I thought this was such a fun book. If you know anyone who loves this show, that would be a great gift. And then we could add some elements. It's all about running a house back in those times. There are so many fun and easy options with this one, I feel. Tea, teacup and saucer, a pretty dish towel or tea towel. One of the best books to look for are cookbooks. We can get so creative adding in items with these book baskets. Think of the recipe ingredients or baking, kitchenware items like a pretty new set of measuring cups or a fancy dispenser for your olive oil. The options are endless and you can have so much fun thinking about items to go in these baskets. And speaking of having fun, if you're not opening up the covers of books from the thrift store, please start doing so because you are in for a treat. There's a ton of really good book options. So many that it's almost impossible to look right now. Plus I have the family with me, so that makes it even harder to look, but let's go look at some baskets. Got distracted by Christmas things. I really love this bear pillow. $3. It may need to come home with me. Basket section is looking promising. I love something like this with the lining, just in case we do get maybe some food items and the structure. And for $1, that's what we're looking for, because if someone doesn't want to keep the basket, but we've got some breakage right here. Might leave this one behind. Okay, this is super cute, and you could always put it along with the basket, but ideally I want to be able to put the book into the basket. I'm not a huge fan of this color, especially in here. The lighting is pretty atrocious, but that's a good shape. I love the color of this blue one, but it does have a little bit of damage, although that's pretty easy. We could just like cover that with a marker or something. This one is $4. So I guess that gorgeous glue makes it more. I don't know. Okay, that's cute. This could go really well with that herb book, but it's too small and it's breaking. Now this is the classic look. My son was very ready to end the shopping trip at this moment, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the store also was aware of that. But I wanted to share this longer burger basket that I noticed right away because of those little nails. I think it's so fun to look at the bottoms. You can see who crafted the basket as well as the year that they made it in. And that's just a special touch about those baskets. For a second, I thought this said Monica, but it's Danica. Look at that cute vintage basket. Oh, it's an Easter basket. But look at these details. Ooh, not bad for $1. Okay, this one is a little further back. Ooh, it'd have to be a pretty small book, but I do like this color, especially around the holidays. I really like the shape of this one, but it's a little large and in charge. But that's a fun classic shape. $2. Got some Christmas things. I do like these. $1 each. They're really pretty. But I'm pretty good on ornaments. I love this color and texture. You know it's fall when the sun sets at 6:30. Say, we got some goodies. After a successful day one of our thrifting for gifting, it's time to head home and get cozy. Relaxing. Also relaxing, especially when you have laundry sauce. Not only is using the pods easy and convenient, but they are eco-friendly and the packaging is made from recycled materials. All that in there. And the pods have a powerful bioenzyme blend that is helpful with stain removal, and when washing children's clothing, that is a must. The pods are high-end fragrances made by top perfumers, free of harmful chemicals and dyes. When you're ready to level up your laundry game, you can order laundry sauce using the description box below or click the QR code that's on the screen. Laundry doesn't have to feel like a chore when you're using laundry sauce. Now let's get back to shopping. We just can't get enough of Goodwill. We have so many around us, so it's a little tricky to not go to them, but I'm on the hunt for more books and more baskets, so let's get in there and see what we can find. And I know I've mentioned this before, and you have chimed in as well about some of the Goodwills just absolutely losing their minds with their pricing. I feel like this is one that had started to lose its mind about a year ago, so it may be that way again today, and if so, I'm not going to buy anything. But I will tell you, when it comes to the books, they're not overcharging for those. Less than $2 for a book, especially the hardcover books, I don't think you're going to beat that price. And if you can somewhere, you guys be sure to let me know. But let's get in there and just see what we can find. This is a good one. See? I just saw one over here. Oh, here's one that I was like, ooh, that would maybe be a good one. $2.92 for a pretty hardback. Let's see. Kind of looks like a vintage book, so I'm trying to see the copyright. $86. Vintage like me. This could be a contender. Wonderful selection when it comes to the books at this Goodwill too. And on the other side were some kids books. So we cannot forget about the kids books options as well. I was finding what looked to be some good options in the fiction section. A couple of these I have not read, but the authors I know to be popular. And in that case, you really can't go wrong because a lot of them are fun reads or just easy reads for people. So those are some good options to look for. I loved this book. I thought this would make such a wonderful coffee table book, especially for anyone that loves music or the arts. And for these options, we could put them in the basket with something like a candle or something that goes along with the subject of the book. Here we have another great cookbook idea. Look at these delicious recipes and think of all of the fun ingredients that you could put into the basket so that someone could make some of these yummy baked goods. Spotted David with a toy. This classic Cars book was so sharp with the beautiful photography. Another wonderful option for a coffee table book or a car lover that you know. Book section was pretty good, but let's go check out some baskets. This Goodwill trip was done on the weekend and it was busy. I was doing my best to grab things that I was interested in, put it in my cart, and then I'd scoot over to the side so I could take some time to look at it. I loved the colors of this basket and the weaving. I'm just a sucker for baskets, but this is for gifts. It shouldn't be something that I like. I wanted it to be something that maybe someone else would like, and I wasn't sure if this was a good fit for that. After we visited this Goodwill, we popped over to the store next door, which is called Revive, which is a consignment shop that has clothing, furniture, home decor. They're amazing. But I didn't see anything that was on my list of things to get, so let's go home and do a thrift haul. We're back from our shopping excursions, checked out a couple of Goodwills and a couple of other little stores that are by some of those Goodwills. When looking for gift ideas, I couldn't help myself, but there is a ton of decoration out right now. I was able to come away with a few fun things to add to my collection, so I'll share that in this haul also. Keep in mind, we're just getting started with this book basket process, so we're going to be collecting and gathering things to put into the baskets as the month goes on. But I want to share that real process. It's not about getting everything all at once, because when it comes to these, it does take a little bit more time to gather some things that you see as you're out and about. So be sure to subscribe if you want to follow along that process and get more thrifted gift ideas for this holiday season. Okay, let's get into the haul. Lastly is a treat yourself kind of item. I scored on a pair of leather boots that have been on my thrift wish list for a while now. Thrifting for quality takes patience, but it's so worth it. I hope you're excited to join along for this thrifted gift series. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.